Give me a second. I'm thinking about it.
JudesTube.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today on JudesTube, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to make this top out of a pillowcase. It only costs $1.99 for the pillowcase. I do use the sewing machine and a iron, but other than that, it's pretty simple and straightforward. I am not a genius at this. This was a very quick run just to show you how you can create a top that looks like this. Super cute, super fun for summer. You can use any other material you want. I just used a pillowcase because they are usually 99 cents to $1 to $2, so it's really cheap and easy and simple for you to create. So if you want to know how to create this, keep watching and I'll show you. Okay, so first you want to do is, I have a pillowcase that doesn't have a seam at the end here, which is really good because I want the fabric to be super long in the middle because we're gonna make a strap all the way around our body and tie it at the back. So what you're gonna start by doing is cutting along the seams on both sides and you'll have a super long piece of fabric. So let's start by doing that. Ooh. Well, try not to cut it like that. Try to cut it as straight as possible. Perfect. So now see, we have a giant piece of fabric. Look at that. Look at all this fabric we got from one freaking pillowcase. That's awesome. Now what you want to do is we're going to cut a nice thick strip all the way down, and that's going to be your base strip of the shirt. I'd say you probably want about 6 to 7 inches just because we're going to fold it in and sew it. Okay, put your fabric to the other side that you don't need right now. And this is gonna be our base. Yes, amazing. That will be able to tie around your waist perfectly well. And we're gonna want to sew that together wrong ways, so that's the right way. You wanna put the right ways, the right part of the fabric, the good part of the fabric together, and we're gonna sew a straight line all the way down, and then we're gonna flip it inside out. So let me go sew that, and then I'll show you what that looks like afterwards. Okay, so once you went and sewed the whole strip down the side, we're gonna go and trim a little bit of this so you don't have so much excess, and then we're gonna flip it inside out and iron it. So let's get to trimming. It'd be better if you had like really good scissors. I don't have the best scissors, so this is a really easy DIY for people that just like kind of want to try something and don't know if they have the skills to do it. I'm not a genius at sewing or anything like that, but I'm just doing something that you can hopefully do at home with like not a lot of money, and I don't know, you could be proud of yourself for making something. So let's get it. Okay, I'm gonna cut this part off because I guess we don't need it. Gorgeous. Get rid of your scraps. You don't need the scraps. Get rid of the scraps. Keep cleaning up after yourself. Okay, so after you've crudely cut that, that was really bad cutting job. You're gonna want to turn it inside out. This is gonna take me a little while, so. So now what you want to do is go get your iron and iron this flat. Let me go grab my iron. I'll be right back. Okay, good tip for ironing is to put down a towel before you iron, because you don't want to be ironing on obviously your carpet because you don't want to screw up your carpet and on your floor. I should probably be doing this on a hard surface, but this is what we got, so this is what we're doing. Remember, this is just an easy DIY. I'm not a genius. I'm not an expert. This is just for people that want to try something at home. I will continue to repeat that. I'm not an expert. Look at that, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just want the gist of your top. This is just gonna make it easier for you to continue on with the project. So what you're gonna wanna do with the ends is we're gonna just turn them in like so. And I'm gonna make mine kind of like diagonal, and we're just gonna sew over top of that and make it an end piece. But yeah, I like to do mine a little diagonal, and we're just gonna sew that and make it into strips, and we're gonna do that on both sides. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. All right, beautiful. So this is your main piece of your top. Well, the body, the main piece, I don't know. This is what you will tie around your tummy, right? And we're gonna add 2 straps for your nip covers on here. So let's get ready and cut those out. So let's put this aside and grab our fabric, and let's plan out our top pieces. I think what you should do first is cut off fabric for the strips first. So let's do that. The strips, the straps. We got enough fabric for the straps, so put that to the side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this over to create 4 at the same time. So let's just cut out some triangles. Awesome, look at that, triangles. Are they together? Oh, look at that. So they're already kind of like together. Trying to figure out which side is the good side and the bad side. I kind of forget, it's hard to see on some of these, so. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna sew them. We're gonna have to cut the bottom open anyway to flip them inside out. Okay, let's cut the bottom open. That wasn't great. That's okay. Do the other side. All right, go sew down the sides on the tops, and then we'll be right back. Okay, now you're gonna cut off the excess of this stuff and flip them inside out, and then we're gonna iron them. You might need to use your scissors to push out that end. Amazing. Turn it inside out. Okay, let's hit them with the iron. Perfect. Okay, so now this part is where we attach, and what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna measure where you want this on yourself. So go ahead and look in the mirror and pin it if you need to, and yeah. Pin it, and then we're just gonna sew really slightly along the edge here. All right, beauties, now that you've done that, let's cut off the excess. Awesome. Cute patoots. Okay, adorable. So now you have an awesome, basically made top. All you need to do is add straps. It would be easier if you had already pre-made things, but we're making the whole top ourselves. So go ahead and grab your little strip that you saved from before. And I think I'm gonna do the whole thing and then cut it in half so that we have 2 straps. But I'm just gonna sew it all in one. Okay, gotta cut off this price tag. Again, $1.99, $1.99. You can do it for cheap, $1.99. Also, this is not a masterclass. Don't come for me. This is just super easy. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna fold it over once this way, and then like that, and then go like that, and then we're gonna iron it flat. So let's get going on that. All right, so you're gonna just sew a tiny little line all the way down, and then we'll cut it in half and complete the top. Okay, now with your strap all sewn, we're gonna put it in half because we need one for one side and one for the other side. Perfect. Okay, and finish up the ends however you want to. Just turn them inside out at the end. I'm gonna do a little diagonal cut And then I'm gonna turn it inside out like we did with the other ends, and then sew it. So I'm gonna go quickly do the ends of that, and I'm gonna attach these on actually at the same time. So for this, I'm just gonna fold this part over a little bit. You can even cut off the end of this if you want, and stick it inside. Whatever you want to do, really. I'm just gonna fold this over so that it fits nicely with it, and then I'm just gonna do a nice little stitch on top. So let me do that. We'll come back and I'll show you the completed top. And there you have it, your first DIY top. And this was made out of a $2 $1.99 pillowcase. And yeah, all right guys, that's basically the whole tutorial. I did rush through it and it wasn't perfect. Obviously this could be a little bit better, but if you have other more friendly, sewer friendly materials, it might be easier. This material is not very stretchy at all, so if you have stretchy fabric, it might be a little easier to work with. But I'm glad this turned out pretty well, and I'm sure you guys could figure out how to make your own from this. So if you enjoyed, please leave me a big thumbs up, leave me some comments, and maybe talk about if you created it, I don't know. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'll be back with more videos soon. Bye. And you can make as many of these as you want. You can make these closer, farther away, whatever you need. I think I did a pretty good job. I like it. Super cute. And yeah, feel free to use whatever material you want. You can find like funky materials and whatnot, but this was just a easy peasy lemon squeezy.